Game Wayne the Unknown, here with Brian and Sam talking about Spider-Man. This is, I want to cry.
Attempt 157.
You get
Fuck yeah,
Sorry.
but yeah. I mean, it would be cool to. I mean, I imagine, like you said, that there are spider suits that have that grip.
Oh yeah. Like I said, they're available. They're just
expensive.
crazy expensive. So I got mine from the RPC studio, and it's a gunhead design. And I didn't go with the RPC paint, so none of my well, a lot of it's because I perform in it, and the
Right.
puffy paint and the vinyl have a tendency to stretch and tear.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you can get them with vinyl on the
There's,
hands,
like
the
basically
the
screen
spider,
screen
the
accurate,
raised
basically.
lines and stuff. None of mine have the puffy paint because I don't want it to rip.
No, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to be doing more just photos, I would go that route, and I probably wouldn't get the detached mask for that either. But because they look
Have a
better in
hero
photos.
suit.
You got it.
Yeah, I would have a hero and then my stunt suits and stuff. But not that I'm doing flips and twists and jumps and shit anymore. After I hurt my back a couple years ago
You know
trying
how
to.
many people have
No.
asked me to do
He's only got one
backflips in my
target on his
spider
mind.
suit? It's
Yeah.
like, nope, I am not flexible.
Well,
I can't do what he does in the game.
I've just told them that wherever I'm at, they don't let me do it, and that's why I don't have the web shooters on. Or if I do have the other ones on, that they're fake. But
You just lie to people?
well, it's children, and I'm just trying to explain to them because I tell them I don't want to do a backflip or a jump or anything like that. I mean, I can, but I don't want one of the other little kids imitating me and getting hurt or hurting each other. So it's usually a pretty good
It's so
out.
hard to lie to kids.
No, you kids will believe anything. So, that was a great turn. See that
That was
swing there,
awesome.
where you can switch directions like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
There's so much cool stuff in this game.
Oh no,
Go, Spidey, go!
I wholeheartedly agree on that.
Look at that.
No.
Just tear that guy up. Just.
Sucker punch him.
Well, no, and you can just, like zip down to the ground and the web zip stuff. Like almost everything about this has just been so enjoyable to where, if the main story wasn't as engaging and you still had the ability to go swing around as fun as it is, I'd still do that. And, and then all the little Easter eggs, like, the man statue.
Yeah.
I wish you could go out to Liberty Island like you could in Spider-Man 2. Technically, there's a way to do it with a glitch, and there's nothing out there. It's not really worth
Yeah,
it.
I remember some people were like,
Oh, I've done it.
I've seen gameplay for this where like you're going out, you see the boats and everything, and you go up like to the people who looked all like they're like PS1 graphics. I remember people jokingly say, "Oh yeah, this is a reference to like the Spider-Man games for PS1." It's like, no, that's because you're going out of bounds.
No.
It's
Yeah,
'cause
it's
you-
just unfinished.
Oh.
Most of the buildings out there are just one fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can tell what buildings have the most attention to detail.
I do wish that you could. Oh yeah, the draw distance on this is phenomenal with the level of detail you get. I do wish that you could grab onto helicopters though, like you could in the other ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, and that was about the only way you could get out to Liberty Island on the PS2 one, was you had to hit the little landing struts.
Is that a puzzle
Yeah.
you're gonna have to skip?
Yeah.
I think honestly,
Puzzles are a hard
I
way.
think just to save time, I'm just gonna have this recorded at 15 minutes, and we'll come back to do 15-minute episodes
no
because
problem.
It's just. And I'll think of I'll think of a thumbnail to put.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get the hang of this though, with these puzzles, granted the difficulty did kind of scale up a little bit, but they weren't overly difficult. Did you have to skip any of them, Sammy?
I skipped like one.
Okay.
I remember doing this once.
Yeah, I don't
but I can't remember how,
if I did or not.
I can't remember how I did this puzzle when I played this game without recording. Because, like I said, I have two save profiles: the new game profile and one where I'm playing the DLC.
Yeah. I think that's what I've got too. That's why my current one doesn't show 100%.
Yeah.
But Yeah, the puzzle aspects, the side missions, the collectibles. The only thing it's missing is Bruce Campbell's voiceover, like it did in Spider-Man 2. And I'd be a
Oh,
happy
and
person, but
the
that's
first
okay.
one because he was the narrator.
Yeah.
I don't know who Bruce
Yeah, but
Campbell.
he-
I don't know.
Oh, was he?
I didn't know who Bruce Campbell was until I actually saw the Spider-Man movie.
Oh wow.
That's
Well,
right. And Bruce
I didn't
Campbell
know he
and
did
Bruce Campbell
voice
also made a voice appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man video game.
Yeah.
Well, that
I didn't know that.
that takes place before after the second movie, but before the third one. No, second.
It's all a go back to Spider-Man 2, the video game, Sammy, because yeah, he was narrator, and then every time you collect something, he'd give you a whole bunch, call you a chucklehead, this and that. Yeah, it was great. It was.
I just
was
remember. I just remember him
Oh, it's been
as
so long
the.
since I
I just
played the
remember him
game.
as the tutorial announcer.
Oh yeah, but he did everything in Spider-Man
Funny.
2.
Oh,
yeah, it's great.
Oh man, that
I don't
turn.
know.
though.
Like I said,
Swing!
And this is
it's a
what-
minor complaint.
And this is probably also
Oh, the
one of-
freeze time for pictures.
Yeah, I love how it's just a mini objective, and you get the best. You also get to unlock stuff. So like, when we do this for like the other bits, I have it to where I can build the Spider-Punk suit if I wanted to.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
And I also
think I
love
have
I
all
also
of
love the attention to details with the suits. And then at the very bottom there are just they're just regular suits that don't have any special abilities, but they are more of a
No,
cosmetic.
they just look cool. Yeah, they just look
Yeah.
fantastic.
like Andrew Garfield's amazing suit, Tobey Maguire's 2002 suit,
Yeah.
and Tom Holland's suit.
Well, as soon as that was available with the Homecoming one, I was wearing that in this game because I have the actual suit itself too. So I never really changed much out of this advanced suit when you got it from the classic originally,
Oh, yeah.
and then the Homecoming one. I tried all the others out, but to actually play the game, and that's another cool thing too, that the resolution and detail on the suits during the cutscenes, whichever one you had, they went full out on that too. It's fantastic.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sam, you had mentioned with the rain. In like the cutscenes where it's raining, you get
Speaking
to
of
see the suits get slick.
speaking of right now, it's raining right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's great.
So well done.
And the best thing about like the weather and everything and time of day, like depending on the mission, it'll rain, it'll be nighttime, daytime, evening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a very definitive cycle. Unless it's story relevant, then all of a sudden it'd be 2 in the morning or sunrise or whatever. But yeah, just playing the course of the game, you do get a day cycle. Get that drone, yo, or is that a pigeon? On
That's
that
a
one?
it's a pigeon. It's where you have to collect that
Pigeon!
guy's.
Yeah.
You have to,
What you doing with all those pigeons? I'll tell you what, he's eating them. That was great with Jameson.
yeah, it's you have to collect
Pigeon.
them for Martin or Marvin, whatever his
Yeah.
name is.
I forgot about the
But-
pigeons.
But yeah, look at like his drones and everything.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
it's
the
fantastic.
audio with Jameson where you just hear him go off on Spider-Man.
on his podcast. Just the facts.
Yeah,
just
it's
the facts.
fantastic.
Just the facts with James Jonah Jameson.
The only problem I had with that though is like if I'm listening to one of them and I accidentally got too close to a mission point, then it would
Yeah.
cut
Oh,
it off,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
and you couldn't finish listening to them. I was like, damn it!
I
I
mean,
want to be able to have like an audio log of them.
it
But
also
then can't you go back and listen to it?
no, it
Not
changes.
that I remember doing. No.
But again, look at
thought
the
there was
attention
an
to
audio
detail to the
log.
suit.
Yeah. Crazy good. Yeah, look at that. Mm.
But yeah,
Love it.
it's
the bottom of
also-
it, the bottom of his feet are based off parkour shoes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because parkour shoes are an actual thing. They're not cheap.
No. They make the silicone moves and a bunch of others that I've looked into, and
The suits just like show off his muscles, and it's like I want muscles like that.
Again, I'm glad like they made this suit for the game specifically. Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
if they
cool.
hadn't done that, I think it might have. I don't know. It started off with this classic, and the necessity and the reason for the transition into that one. Perfect. Once again, that's just great storytelling. These guys just killed it across the board with
Oh
everything.
yeah, I mean this was
yeah.
made by Insomniac Studios. They're the same people that are going to be making that Wolverine game.
Oh, yes. Based on my lovely Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, there was I remember the trailer when it came out, there was a license plate that was referenced to the first time the Hulk and Wolverine came out. I can't remember what it exactly said, but like the year was like 77 or something.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, that was when he was assigned to go kill him, and it was a Wendigo enemy issue and stuff. Was it Hulk 285? I think it was.
I think so. But yeah, there was like a reference.
Or 185 or something like that.
And it's gonna be a rated M game.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
I mean, there hasn't been a rated Wolverine game since they had X-Men Origins Wolverine for the Xbox 360.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it was the Origins one. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Bam. Yeah, and then getting back into the fight, hitting the web.
Oh dang, rockets.
Yeah. Yeah, see, just look how fluid that is. Granted, it does have that dance feel to it, kind of like the Batman games do, but it's so much more kinetic. And even these little slowdowns like that, it just keeps that going. You don't have that rhythm-based feel to it, which is not a bad thing. But this just makes you realize how fast he actually is.
Okay.
See, I also like the friendly fire aspect, like when they shoot their friends.
Oh. Yeah, to get out of the way and have him shoot. Yeah. Oh, it's great.
And then you can see like
I didn't kill him. He killed his buddy.
And just like the sheer, I mean, even look at like the ground impact too, right there.
Well, actually, probably get pretty
it's great.
Just chuck him off. That's
well.
But yeah,
they don't die. Like I said, you get web to the side of the building.
Even like the damage it does to the environment is impressive. I can't imagine how long these people took.
Well, if you notice, the main parts of the environment are not destructible. It's only like in your theaters of fighting or activity and stuff. Because otherwise, if you made that entire city, because it's not quite the scale, but it's pretty close, destructible, you'd have to have like mega supercomputers to run that. There's just no way anything that this big at this time could be fully destructible. So when you get into your little areas for the fights and stuff, that environment is, and that's once again how smooth this transitioned even from the opening cutscene into the gameplay, and you go from static environments like this to where you do have your points of attachment for the webs, but then like you're gonna mess with these guys up, now all of a sudden boom, you can start jacking up the scaffolding there in the boxes. It's great. I mean, look at this. It's all fantastic. And yeah, check them up, Wayne. Look at him.
And if you notice, they don't get knocked off right away until you continuously fight them. And then, of course, like I said.
Well,
it's just funny just to see him fly off the side.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, if Peter wasn't so moral, and they didn't have like him, but he'll still get stuck to the building. He could just go in there and just start flinging guys off the building.
Even like the ragdoll mechanics of like the body parts moving.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Or is that
it's funny sometimes when I'm fighting people, when I replay the game, Spider-Man will like, just get stuck like through the roof.
Yeah, I haven't really had too many game-breaking glitches on this one at all. Miles Morales, I sure did, and that was kind of disappointing. Well, I have a whole opinion on that game as a retail versus DLC, but
I'm surprised. For a minute, I thought that was like a DLC, but it was his own game. It was like what they did.
It should have been DLC.
It reminds me of like what they did with Uncharted 4, how they had a separate game that still was a continuation.
While Harry had his internship.
I feel like it should have been a DLC, but I get why they made it its own separate game because of the whole Peter Parker's face changing thing. Again, I think that was just more of a. Again, the theories I remember, the rumors and theories I heard is because when they were making Miles Morales, they couldn't get the original mocap actor back to be Peter Parker's face, so that's why they changed it. And then when they were gonna redid, they brought this out for the PS5. Like, hey, let's just basically use what we did for Miles Morales to keep continuity.
Yeah, it's just there wasn't much a very gripping story, and there was too many glitches in it, and it just I have nothing against Miles or any of the other spiders, but this just set such a high bar and is lackluster as Miles Morales felt content-wise, it should have been a DLC. It's what it is. It's fine. I bought it. I don't care.
It
You know,
was
it's
an,
Spider-Man
it was
shit.
an,
I'll
it
do
was
it.
an it was an extended thing. There was no DLC, no story DLC. It was more.
Like Miles Morales.
It was more of a filler. Like, hey, we're making this game so we can prepare for Spider-Man
2.
Yeah, which you get to.
Yep.
Which, from what I've seen, you may get the option to either play as Spider-Man and Miles Morales as Spider-Man, or they may have their own separate mission. I'm not fully.
I don't care. It's fine with me. Whatever. I'm down for all of it.
But we get introduced to one of the big main baddies. From what I've seen, is Venom.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're gonna push that before they do his own franchise and stuff. Oh yeah, that was the thing too. Getting all your skill points and doing the air tricks and stuff, which is also a throwback back to Spider-Man 2. But running on walls, going around stuff. The game rewards you for screwing around.
It does.
Which is fantastic because you can do it for hours.
Yeah,
I would keep doing it, and then I would look at like the points that I would have, and then I had to keep doing it till I like filled it up. But then I didn't realize in some of them there's like 5 that you have to go through before you finish the whole thing.
Yeah. But that's
it's like,
the thing.
I thought it was done.
It's addictive gameplay with a payoff.
So I
with a goal. It's
think
awesome.
what I'm also going to do, I'm going to show the next part until this mission is over.
You know anyone?
Actually, I do.
Oh,
So,
Aunt
so we can at least get this whole instead of
Why
like
does that sound familiar?
continuing off. So yeah,
His father was
I'll show the rest of
Nazi.
this off until after he leaves.
talked
The
to him at the
feast
funeral.
building, and then
He's
we'll
a
call that for
smart
episode
kid.
1.
He's just
Sure.
had a tough time.
But no, I mean,
I knew a boy like that once.
it's just
remember it
remarkably
helped to,
well done, in my opinion.
Stay busy. Might help him too.
But yeah, again, like and I'll show a comparison of this one of Peter.
Thanks.
But I just like
I'll give her
how
a call.
much
Hey, you haven't
emotion
heard from Mr.
Peter's
Lee,
showing in this
No,
one compared
why?
to
Just curious.
the
I've got a few minutes before work. I'm gonna
The
look
PS5
around, see if
version.
there's anything else I can do to help you out.
Oh,
There's,
you
yeah.
don't have to.
it's subtle because they're still working on phases, and it takes a lot of effort and compute cycles and all that stuff to make the models that intricate. The voice acting really pays off on all of it.
yeah.
I think more than anything else, because they're not the most animated faces on any of them, because you really can't.
It's when Peter's voice starts cracking in certain scenes
Yeah, 'cause
that
you
it
look at-
just it hurts.
You look at MJ's character model, pretty lackluster, but when she talks, him, all this stuff. Yeah, this game's been on my probably top 3, especially come out so late in the PS4's lifespan.
Oh yeah,
to be
like
that good.
the PS4 had to have been out for at least 5 years by then, because the PS4 came out in like 2013.
Thanks.
Well, yeah, and then now granted, something like that. Now I played this on my PS4 Pro, which is a negligible improvement over the standard, and on the PS5 it runs perfectly. As far as like load times. And
I
speeds
just
and all
also
that,
realized
but-
something. He's wearing his web fluid bracelets. I just now realized
There's a
that.
vent somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
I just
But they're miniaturized. It's the little ones.
I didn't realize that
Yeah.
at the time.
Never seen that room before.
Little details, and that's part of it too. You get used to this game world and all the little things in there. You not necessarily take it for granted, and it's one of those like, oh, you may not have noticed it, but your brain did, like you just did there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Whoa! What the?
one scene I think where you can actually see part of his suit underneath his clothes. Because
Yeah.
unlike mine and Sam's, he has removable gauntlets and gloves. For that reason, to do the whole Superman reveal,
Oh
or
yeah.
be able to pull his clothes off.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. No, it's again the attention to detail
that's great.
is
Yeah.
nice.
Unnecessary
like-
in some cases too.
The
Yeah.
emotional scenes, like every time he like cries and stuff, and
And
That room I saw from the crawl space. It should be right on the other side of the shrine.
again, like even Martin Lee's office has
Lee's
some
journal.
really good attention to detail.
Yeah,
I mean, even look at
wood
the-
grain on the desk.
Look on the
Yeah.
other side of the page too. Like it's the same. He's
Yeah.
he's writing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, there's so much to this that
Oh, interesting.
they're really trying to show off what they can do because it's a big license. Like I was saying before, they have a pretty high bar to go over
Almost like
with
he
the
didn't
quality
wanna
of
head down this
Spider-Man
path.
2, and then had to make sure they didn't make the Amazing Spider-Man mistakes for the video game translations.
Yeah.
And Insomniac is known for quality games, if not very esoteric type stuff. But like the desk there having the wood grain, the carpet actually has texture to it. They really pushed.
I mean, yeah,
the
you can literally see the grain there, and then the carpet right next to it while we're reading Martin's journal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it necessary? No, but it makes it that much more immersive.
But you noticed it if it wasn't there, though.
Oh,
You'd
sure.
notice
Oh, yeah,
something
no.
missing.
That's why there was all those people, those nerds that were so upset about the water not being reflective
Oh,
and
yeah,
blah
I
blah
mean,
blah.
The shrine
But no,
in the
it's
photo is missing the picture.
not that big a deal.
I
Yeah,
wonder.
see even the wood grain texture on the frame.
I wonder who they cast to play. I wonder who they got to be. Who?
Noticed that photo before on the.
Oh, the
Uh-huh.
real photo there. Yeah.
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 A lot of
I never noticed that.
a lot of companies will do that to stay
Looks like
on
this
time.
note
So
is
imagine
from
they
May.
found.
Oh, sure.
I
Yeah, just
imagine it's like
wallpaper their own
I imagine
photo.
it's like a stock photo or something, or they hired actors. Hey, we need you to.
Or it could have been one of the developers. They just
Oh,
might
yeah.
have had an Asian American developer.
I mean, look at the reflection
let me
on. I
take
mean,
photos of
look
you.
at the
Let me
reflection
make-
on the. Like you even saw the reflection on the TV. But yeah, those
Yeah.
are actual. Those are actual people.
Yeah, it's photo.
I never noticed that.
Some
Yeah.
kind of puzzle lock.
Least favorite puzzle. The yin and yang puzzle.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
had to at least do this. Actually had to go back to the. You'll see that I'll be going back to the painting.
Yeah, there was so much
That
to
seems
this.
Wait, what is that?
Oh, I see.
You'll see. I actually have to go back to the picture of Aunt May and Martin Lee to actually like. Oh, that one goes up and the other one goes down. You're basically making the yin and yang symbol.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, some of the puzzles were, like I said, it was all engaging. None of them were overly difficult, but I think it might. Well, because I probably did it too. Your brother went through a lot faster than I did, though. Sammy with the puzzle stuff. I have a tendency to overthink some of these, and it looks kind of like that's what Wayne's doing there, though, too. But once again, they gives you all the tools. Just
See,
you
and
gotta figure it out,
you
and-
saw like if
you
you saw.
YouTube, you can Google it.
And if you saw like just a few seconds ago, I actually had it. I just
Yeah.
forgot to turn, the circles you have to like line up, and oh god, it's.
yeah,
Oh,
but nothing
the
overtly
impossible
difficult
puzzle.
I mean,
to
like
where you quit the game.
But yeah, did you see the TV? The reflection of Martin's office.
Yeah, well,
So,
there's
yeah.
a lamp right there.
Yeah, like I said, I had to go back. Like you're gonna easily see, like there's the puzzle,
Yeah.
and then there's.
Oh, look, light bulb, right? Yeah, Wayne figured it out. Right there.
Yeah, I mean, literally, there's a lamp above the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, hey, there it is.
Ooh, thought.
I mean, look.
right?
I mean, look at the
Yeah.
look at the reflection on the lamp itself, and
Yeah,
and
everything.
they didn't have and
Great.
they didn't even flatten. You know how most games will like make the pieces of a frame look flat. They actually have them popped out like an actual picture frame.
Oh no, they really tried to capitalize on all possible
Yeah,
specular lighting.
there
and
is where I
shading.
finally get it.
no, they did such a great job
And
with
then
this.
it's just
Yes.
hey,
Look at that.
You did it.
Yep.
wee.
Whoa.
Yeah. So once again, nothing in this was like super difficult that you weren't
What are you
given
hiding,
tools or
Lee?
means to do.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying this game is a breeze or super easy. It's
Man,
definitely
even
has
look at,
its.
look at that.
its-
it a
Look at that
union?
mask.
Like,
Like
Yep.
you can,
Easy
you
with
can-
grain on it.
be
And
someone
like the
else to let his
paints.
darkest feelings out?
Mm-hmm.
Pretended to be a
I mean, the
demon.
instants don't
Good.
look
Until he
great, but
became
like
one.
you can tell what parts. Just like in cartoons,
giving his
you can
powers to
tell
the
which
others.
part, like what door they're
Yeah.
gonna
How does Lee
open,
imbue these
and
with
then
his
what
power?
door is.
Oh, well, yeah.
Electric induction?
I like the sword.
Oh, yeah.
Compressed
Oh, yeah.
phase shift?
it's really cool how he transfers his powers into the sword to give to his, see, there's even more weapons. So yeah, that scythe right there is my least favorite one because they can easily cut through that real fast.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got negative. So how much do you know
Little
of
hints
Mr.
here and there.
How much do you know of Mr. Negative, Brian?
I
I
know
know
he
he was,
was in
This
the
is folder
comics.
MJ found at the auction house. This might help us
I don't
figure out
remember
what
for
Lee's
how
planning
long.
next.
I know he was
There's
like,
a bunch of the story arcs and different ones that I didn't really read. Because you had so many. There was Amazing, the Web, this and that, the Fantastic, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not as up on a lot of these. I don't want to say side villains, but more like tertiary and farther down the line. I've always been more familiar with the mainline ones. From what I understand, though, is fairly accurate representation of what he was in the comics.
oh yeah, I know, like in the comics. I'm so glad this wasn't a quick time event.
It's a burn room. Wired to destroy everything.
Yeah.
This Peter Tingle's going off.
And he'll even say like he's glad that Aunt May didn't discover this room because even like
the McFarlane
Look
web
how
there
he's just
with the.
hanging off the ceiling.
That's great.
and I like how he's like swinging he's like moving back and forth too.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me go! Swing, swing, swing.
Well, see that web style there with like the secondary web wrapping around it. That was a McFarlane addition to the mythology in like '88 or '89 when he took over.
Didn't McFarlane do a spectacular? Or was it amazing?
Yeah, Web of.
Web of.
Don't want to think of
Yeah,
what
and then
could happen.
it started and then did the Amazing Spider-Man. That's why that ASM 300 and all that stuff was worth so much, and started with the Torment series. But yeah, it was Amazing Spider-Man was what he was known for.
Now,
After doing like
Yeah.
some
Get
Captain
out of
America
here.
stuff and things like that.
Just like everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so.
If I had great upper body strength, that would be so fun to do a photo upside down.
I mean, you can always like.
Well, I don't know if they
Photoshop.
still have it here or not. There was an indoor trampoline place that I was wanting to go and do a bunch of poses in there.
Oh, yeah, jumps-
Yeah, there you go.
Jump City.
Stu.
Lee,
I mean, look at Martin's suit.
I thought you were out of
So.
town.
Yeah.
Did you find
It's
what you
so
were looking
shiny.
And I feel like at this
Well,
point,
because it's
You're back.
Get that.
Thank you.
I feel like at this point.
The only thing is still his
Just
hair.
needed a few
Oh, yeah.
things
Is
from my
what that
office.
way?
You must have heard.
I
about
said I
City
feel like
Hall.
at this point Martin knows
Yes.
that Peter's Spider-Man.
Tragic.
Peter was there.
Oh
He's
yeah,
very lucky.
If
an
he
Osborn
doesn't
rally.
suspect that outright, I think
Didn't
he's
know you were a fan.
definitely suspicious that kid's
yeah.
hiding
You
something.
can kind of
What
tell.
matters
It's
is
like
you
you
were
have a
both
secret.
safe.
Amen.
It's always
The bombers are still
creepier
out
that way
there.
when like you can tell that they
Who knows what
kind of
they plan
know.
next.
But
and
on
then a whole-
100%,
may have
Yeah.
anything to worry about. As long as you stay away from places you're not supposed to
See,
be.
they did it a lot.
I mean, even look at his.
With
look,
what
look-
limitations
look at
they
his-
had.
Look
Oh,
at his
yeah, it was
face. You
great.
can see like
When will you be back?
the little facial hair under Martin's.
When my
Yeah.
work is done.
It's
No,
all
it's-
fantastic, man. Like I said, I was.
His hair doesn't swoosh as much as the other people.
Well, I think his hair's
Well-
like all.
It's much
like
shorter
gelled.
and
Yeah.
stiffer.
Yeah. But again, the attention.
Like
to
I have
detail-
so few negative complaints about this game, and most of them are just because it's like I would like. I mean, I love what it is, but it would have been better. It's like, okay, this is great, but it would have been awesome. And it's mostly, like I said, the mechanics for the one-to-one swinging, some of the voice work and stuff, and maybe that urgency with the ticking clock. But that's so minor.
Wait!
It, yeah, see that sense of intensity with him. Look at that. It
Oh.
just in the
It's like that's just a face that tells you he knows something.
Oh yeah.
the lighting.
Like
And I really
Oh,
would.
that's so cool.
With the cutscene transitions going from that right into gameplay
Oh,
is
yeah.
so smooth.
Well, I think that should do it. Again, Sam and Brian,
Whoa, boom.
thank you for coming on Hidden Agenda Complete. After hours, I
Yeah.
think we finally fixed it. But yeah, I mean,
No, it's fine.
oh yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. I think that should do it. As always, I am Wayne the Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you for watching this.
Captain, what's an
Yeah,
option?
it
I finally
It's
got
the
your
long-
evidence. Head to the